Hey everybody, it's Matt from Britical Saiyans here, and today I'm going to show you my Janemba from set 22. So if I just move the Z deck to one side for a second, and then grab this next card, and then put that there. Right, to show these together, just make it easier. Right, so okay, so Janemba, when he's played in the leader area, you get to play the barrier around the checking station, and then this just sits in your your battle area. When it attacks, you look out at the top 5 cards of your deck, add a Janemba, put the rest back, shuffle. When it's your opponent's turn, when one of your blue Janemba cards with energy cost of 2 or more is removed from the battle area or KO, draw 2 cards, add until you got 6, or you 4 or less, you draw 2 cards. The awakened side. Attacks, look at top 5, so no drawing, same as that side. And then auto once per turn, if it's your opponent's turn, when you use one of your blues, the extra card skills, you get the energy back and draw a card. The barrier around the checking station. So, barrier field, permanent, you can't play black battle cards, which is fine. Activate main / battle, paint a blue. If your leader card is Janemba, the awakened side, and you got the Z extra card in play, you can play a Janemba from your hand with an original energy cost of 6 from your hand. So it's just play a 6 cost Janemba, which is what the deck is anyway. So thought I'd show those together just because of what they are. The Z deck, we've just got Cell. It's deflect crit, auto, when he's played, you choose all your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 5 or less, and place them underneath him. Activate main, you can take 1 or more cards from underneath him, put him back to active mode, but if there are 4 cards, he gains triple strike. So, it's just a nice little dual attacker. And then for the actual gimmick of the deck, we've got 2 Dimension Hole, 2 Demonic Blade, and 2 Lightning Shower. So what you do is, depending on situation, depending on what you want to do, you switch in between these. So the Lightning Shower is that they're all activate main / battle, they're all limit 1, and then so say if you had Lightning Shower, this would allow you to go into Demonic Blade or Dimension Hole. If you have Demonic Blade, it goes into Lightning Shower or Dimension Hole. You've got Dimension Hole, goes to Lightning Shower, Demonic Blade. It's just tagging in between each one, basically. But in the case of this Janemba, well, this one, you choose something and you switch it to active mode. So Lightning Shower, you switch it to active mode. Demonic Blade, you give your board 5k. And Dimension Hole, you take one of your opponent's keyword skills and give it to one of your Janembas. And that's basically it. That's the difference between them. But they all do the same thing of just swapping between to get different skills off. But you do have to have a 6 cost Janemba in play as well. But that's not difficult because that's what the deck's designed to do. The extra cards then for the main deck, we've got an oldie but goodie, 4D Magic. This is just a spark in the gate for blue. You got 5 in drops, you can rip alive, but it untaps 2 energy. It's just blue. Like, if you're running blue, you're running Dimension Magic. Shields, Arming, Reinforcement. So this is just the token, the gate blocker for blue. And then Senzu Beam, this isn't the errata version, but the errata is just during your opponent's turn. Activate battle, gives them 5k, get 2 energy back. And that's it for the extra cards. So for the main deck of the battle cards, the only 1 drop in the deck is there's 4 copies of the Psyche Demon. When he's played, you just look at the top 5, add a Janemba. He's got an activate main, limit 1, painted blue. you can play up to 1 blue Janemba with energy cost of 2 from your hand on top of this card. So he's just there for turn 1 really, because you can't really do anything until you got 2 or more energy. And then after that he's just a nice little searcher, combo, charge fodder, whatever. But his skill can be relevant later on, which I'll explain when it comes to it. So the 2 costs, which I just remembered is actually a lot. The super combo choice I went for was just your Vegeta bottom deck to draw 2. I don't know why I've got 1 odd, 1 out. It just looks weird. But yeah, it's got no base, 10k, but it's just 4 less bottom deck, draw 2. Bottom deck from hand. And then we got this 2 cost Janemba. This one, yeah, well, I'll just show them both together because make it easier. Right, so you want to have one of these 2 Janembas in your opening hand, because this is what you want to be playing on turn 2, because this is going to help you awaken. So they both have deflect and blocker. They both have the same permanent where the cost becomes 1 if you've got 2 or more energy and your leader card's Janemba. This one, when he's played, he draws. This one, when he's played, you look at the top 5 cards of the deck and add a Janemba, and then they both have the same auto at the bottom, that if at the end of your opponent's turn you may place this card in its owner's drop. The reason why you need these in your opening hand, one of them at least, is so you can trigger the awaken. So turn 2, well, your turn 2 going into your opponent's next turn, you're guaranteed awakened, because somehow this is going to go. And then we got 2 copies of the Villainous Threat Janemba. So yeah, it's got the villainous keywords. It's not relevant for this deck, but it's another way to have multi-attacking, because this deck can multi-attack like there's no tomorrow. There's just so many ways to get so many attacks out, and this is just another way of doing it. Because if it's activate main, limit 1, pain 1 blue, if your opponent has 2 or more energy and you return one of your evil incarnate cards, or you have 2 or more villainous cards, which are none of which have the same card name as this card, return it to your hand and play this card. It's just the evil incarnate part, obviously, for this deck, because it's all Janemba based. And I'll explain a little combo with all that. I mean, it's not really, it's combo but not combo. It's one of those. It's just a nice way of getting, so you can go attack with something, bounce that card back, play this out. I got an attacker, cool, I can play this out, or I just got 15k body on the board. And then we got 2 skillless Janemba. So this is in here because it's 20k beat stick. It's a good target for Psycho Demon because it's costing 2, and it's like, well, if I want a 20k body on the board, I can just pay 1 to put it on the board instead. But all these 2 costs are really relevant as well for the Janembas I'll show later. So moving on to the next card then, is the only 3 cost in the deck is the Bewitching Blow Janemba. It's got crit dual attack, auto, you send this card to its warp, you'll warp at the end of the turn. And then activate main, if you've got 3 more energy and you choose one of your blue skillless battle cards, energy cost of 2 or 3, return it to your hand, play this card from your hand. And you can't, it's just limit 1 basically, you can only do it once. So basically what it is, before I go into the rest of the deck profile, right, there we go guys. So it's another way of, so you can play him out, and then if you haven't got a way of getting the skillless to play, you can pay 1, play this, swing with this, bounce this back to hand to play this out, this will go in the drop, swing, pay 1, put this back in your hand to play this out, because then this way its auto is, like I said, at the end of the turn, so you get to then keep this in your hand, because you just only allow 1 in the deck anyway, because he's limit 1. So it's a nice way of having this card back, and then there's cards later on in the deck profile which will allow you to play the skillless cards from the deck, so then if you do end up having him back in hand. And of course, if you've got these in your hand, you've got the super combos to put in the bag. There's a lot of little niche things you can do. It's really cool. The only 5 cost in deck is the Giraffe Box Janemba. So it's got crit, activate main, limit. Let's say limit 1. I'm so used to saying limit 1s. Activate main, pay 1. If you got 3 or more energy and you have no battle cards in play, play this card from your hand. So on turn 3, so I'm just going to just keep doing this. So your turn 2, you play out, say this Janemba. It's the only battle card you haven't played because it should be anyway. Because if you had the Psycho Demon, you should have comboed it off anyway, so you'd have the Z energy ready for your Z extra cards. So yeah, you play this out, this dies, cool, go back to your turn, turn 3, pay 1, play out this because you've got no battle cards in play. And then activate main, paint a blue and the colours, place this card at the bottom of its deck, and then play a Janemba, well, even a Carnate card in your hand for an energy cost of 5. So if you got both of these in your hand, it's like, oh, I put this at the bottom of my deck, play out another one. And that's that little package. And then the 6 costs, which is basically the rest of the Janembas apart from the boss. So the first 6 costs Janemba, we have this one. This one's a blocker. Like I said before, they all have the limit 1. But this one is during your turn only. You can't do it during your opponent's turn to get this skill off. You can make your opponent, well, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards and put it at the bottom of your owner's deck. It'd be nice to do it during your opponent's turn, but no, you're not allowed to. Chicho's just pulling a face at me. It's like, good. And it wouldn't be a Janemba deck without having a crit Janemba. So when this one is played, it gains 5k in crit for a turn. And then when this Janemba is played, I don't have the promo, by the way. I would love to have the promo, but I'm just not going to go out my way for it. So if I can get it, great. If not, yeah. This one, when it's played, you get to play a 2-cost Janemba from your deck, which is what I was saying about the relevance of the 2 costs. So when you play him out, your targets will generally be one of these 3, because you don't, unless you really want to play out the villainous one, but otherwise these are your targets, because playing out the skillless one, again, it's consistent, well, more consistent way of getting the 3 cost out. This one, you get to search during your opponent's turn or your turn, because these can be played during your opponent's turn. This one to draw. So those are your 3 targets you really want to be seeing off that one. This one and this one you want to be playing during your turn, and then this one doesn't really matter which turn you play it. Depends what you want to do. If you're going to do the whole skillless thing, multi-attacking, play it during your turn. If you just want to play it during your opponent's turn just to get a draw or a search, do it that way. But the other 2 6 costs are the ones you want to be playing during your own turn because they're more relevant. And then we got the 8 cost Janemba. Am I boring you? So yeah, 8 cost Janemba. He's got crit, blocker, auto. If you have a blue Z extra card in your battle area, when this card is played, it can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills for a turn. Activate main, slash battle, limit 1, paint 2 blue. If the leader card is blue and you got 4 more energy, you get to play this card from your hand. And then it's going to activate main, slash battle, once per turn you can go back to active mode. And that is basically it, guys. That is my Janemba deck profile from the BT22 one. Thank you very much for watching. Leave any thoughts and comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.